we extend a loving welcome. Many of us were surprised to learn that there was a spiritual community that thought and believed the same things we did. It felt like coming home. We hope your experience this morning is powerful and that you'll return. And now, let's dive into our New Year's Eve morning experience together, and we'll begin by joining Danny in the singing of My Soul is Welcome Here.
I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. 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 My soul is welcome here.
Good morning, everybody. Lovely to be here today. I am your prayer chaplain for today. Oh, thank you so much. So it's my pleasure to be here with you today. And I am your prayer chaplain, Olga Laluz. I will be happy to be here with you if you would like to pray after service in the back by the candle. And if Zoom comes up, you can use a chat to request a prayer. So let's start by reading the daily word. It's a wonderful daily word. I love New Year's Eve. With a grateful heart, I bid the year farewell. Yes. As the year draws to a close, I reflect upon the joyful times as well as the lower points of the past several months. In a prayerful moment of contemplation, I feel gratitude as I accept all of it. I may have laughed and cried, celebrated and grieved, but I made it. As the days turn into weeks and weeks into months, I have met the year's events with faith and have grown resilient. Now it's time for me to let it all go as I prepare to begin again. Amen. I take the lessons of the past 12 months, their joys and sorrows, and prepare myself for the new year. I let go and let God as I spiritually surrender my hopes and dreams and even my fears. I am divinely guided and infinitely blessed. I step boldly and bravely into a year that is mine to live to its fullest. Psalms 4, verse 5. Offer right sacrifices and put your trust in the Lord. Okay, let's just take a moment and relax and take that in, just a few moments to meditate on those words. Now let us hold in prayer all who are suffering worldwide and affirm the presence of God's love, grace, and guidance in every person and every human condition. As we continue to pray, let's listen to these prayerful words. May the light of unity shine upon our congregation, binding us together in faith, love, and purpose.
Mama,
Grant us strength to overcome challenges,
Mama.
wisdom to navigate uncertainty, and compassion to support one another. May our shared journey deepen our connection,
Ojo, come on.
fostering a community that reflects your grace and embraces the path of kindness. Guide our actions, inspire our service, and let our collective spirit be a beacon of hope and positivity to all. And so it is, and so we let it be. Amen.
Is this mic on? Oh, there we go. Okay, great. The chart here says Danny instrumental solo, but I'm going to sing something I wrote. I wrote this about a week ago. Stop pretending this doesn't exist. I hear it in the whispers. She says it must have been the wind. There's nothing else to say. There's nothing else to say. I know. Pain finally felt. Wounds begin to heal. It's funny how reality ain't real. I guess there's more to say. There's always more to say. Na, 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 na. I don't wanna be afraid. I don't wanna. 1 year later, you sometimes pass on by. We both can feel it, the love and the lies. I've said all I could say in every strange way. I know it doesn't have to hurt once you let it hurt. I know it doesn't have to hurt. That's why we're here on earth. It doesn't have to. I know it doesn't have to hurt once you let it hurt. I know it doesn't have to hurt. That's why we're here on earth. It doesn't have to.
Danny, thank you. We are so blessed, like that we have that kind of talent, and I love that you sort of put it out there, you know, because it's about sort of the fullness of life and how we experience that and whether or not we're willing to really embrace it. And I can't think of a better segue for this next play by Neil Donald Walsh. I think most of us this time of year, maybe we don't like consciously sit down and create a life plan or a vision at the end of every year and start a new one, or maybe we do, but I think at either end of that spectrum, there's some level of reflecting about the last year and some level of desiring for what might be different or what may be able to be changed as we move forward into the next year. And so I think when we're like in that space, it's a wonderful time to go back and kind of review some of the basic existential beliefs that we hold, right? Like, who are we? Why are we on the planet? Why are we in this world? Why are there things that happen? If God's all good, why are things that happen in our lives painful or that might hurt? Who is God? Who are we? Like, those are all really wonderful questions to sort of ground ourselves in as we start to think about what the coming year might look like and what we want to let go of from the past year. So that's exactly kind of what this wonderful little parable that was written by Neale Donald Walsch. Most of you probably will be more familiar with him as the author of Conversations with God, that whole series, where he has these great little back and forths with God, answering these kind of questions. But this one is really written as a children's kind of parable, and it's got such wonderful depth and insight. And so I am so grateful that we've got some really talented members of our congregation who bring us Neale Donald Walsch's Little Soul in the Sun. So let's see, Cecily Durbin is actually playing our Little Soul. Come on forward and take a seat here. I love this year that we have Samantha Blix is playing the role of God. In 2015, Samantha played the role of Little Soul. So this is her evolution in the last 5 years. We've been able to see her demonstration of that. It will be narrated by her mom, Sherry Blix, and our friendly soul is Sharon Myers. So please welcome this beautiful cast, Neale Donald Walsch's Little Soul in the Sun.
Ready? Once upon no time, there was a little soul who said to God,
I know who I am.
and God said,
That's wonderful. Who are you?
and the little soul shouted.
I'm the light.
God smiled a big smile.
That's right. You are the light.
The little soul was so happy, for it had figured out what all the souls in the kingdom were there to figure out.
Wow, this is so cool.
But soon, knowing who it was not enough. The little soul felt stirrings inside and now wanted to be who it was. And so the little soul went back to God, which is not a bad idea for all souls who want to be who they really are, and said,
Hi, God. Now that I know who I am, is it okay for me to be it?
You mean you already want to be who you already are?
Well, it's one thing to know who I am, and another thing altogether to actually be it. I want to feel what it's like to be the light.
But you already are the light.
Yes, but I want to see what that feels like.
Well, I suppose I should have known. You always were the adventuresome one.
Then God's expression changed.
There's only one thing.
What?
Well, there's nothing else but the light. You see, I have created nothing but what you are, and so there's no easy way for you to experience yourself as who you are, since there is nothing that you are not.
Huh?
Said the little soul, who was not a little confused.
Think of it this way. You are like a candle in the sun. Oh, you're there all right, along with a million, cajillion other candles who make up the sun. And the sun would not be the sun without you. Nay, it would be a sun without one of its candles, and that would not be the sun at all, for it would not shine as brightly. Yet, how to know yourself as the light when you are amidst the light? That is the question.
Well,
The little soul perked up.
you're God. Think of something.
Once more, God smiled.
I already have. Since you cannot see yourself as the light when you are in the light, we'll surround you with darkness.
What's darkness?
The little soul asked. God
It-
replied,
It is that which you are not.
Will I be afraid of the dark?
cried the little soul.
Only if you choose to be.
God answered.
There is nothing really to be afraid of unless you decide that there is. You see, we are making it all up. We are pretending.
Oh,
said the little soul, and felt better already. Then God explained that in order to experience anything at all, the exact opposite of it will appear.
It is a great gift because without it, you could not know what anything is like. You could not know warm without cold, up without down, fast without slow. You could not know left without right, here without there, now without then. And so,
God concluded.
when you are surrounded with darkness, do not shake your fist and raise your voice and curse the darkness. Rather, be a light unto the darkness, and do not be mad about it. Then you will know who you really are, and all others will know too. Let your light shine, so that everyone will know how special you are.
You mean it's okay to let others see how special I am?
Of course, it's very okay. But remember, special does not mean better. Everybody is special, each in their own way. Yet many others have forgotten that. They will see that it is okay for them to be special only when you see that it is okay for you to be special.
Wow! I can be as special as I want to be!
Yes, and you can start right now. What part of special do you want to be?
What part of special? I don't understand.
Well, being the light is being special, and being special has a lot of parts to it. It is special to be kind. It is special to be gentle. It is special to be creative. It is special to be patient. Can you think of any other ways it is to be special?
The little soul sat quietly for a moment.
I can think of lots of ways to be special. It's special to be helpful. It's special to be sharing. It's special to be friendly. It's special to be considerate of others.
Yes, and you can be all of those things, or any part of special you wish to be, at any moment. That is what it means to be the light.
I know what I want to be. I know what I want to be.
The little soul announced with great excitement.
I want to be the part of special called forgiving. I want to experience myself as that.
Oh yes, that is very special. But there's only one thing you should know.
The little soul was becoming a bit impatient now. It always seemed as though there was some complication.
What is it?
There's no one to forgive.
No one?
The little soul could hardly believe what had been said.
No one. Everything I have made is perfect. There is not a single soul in all creation less perfect than you. Look around you.
It was then that the little soul realized a large crowd had gathered. Souls had come from far and wide, from all over the kingdom, for the word had gone forth that the little soul was having this extraordinary conversation with God, and everyone wanted to hear what they were saying. Looking at the countless other souls gathered there, the little soul had to agree. None appeared less wonderful, less magnificent, or less perfect than the little soul itself. Such was the wonder of the souls gathered around, and so bright was their light that the little soul could scarcely gaze upon them.
Who, then, to forgive?
Boy, this is going to be no fun at all. I wanted to experience myself as one who forgives. I wanted to know what that part of special felt like.
And the little soul learned what it must feel like to be sad. But just then, a friendly soul stepped forward from the crowd.
Not to worry, little soul.
The friendly soul said.
I will help you.
You will?
The little soul brightened.
But what can you do?
Why, I can give you someone to forgive.
You can?
Certainly.
Chirped the friendly soul.
I can come into your next lifetime and do something for you to forgive.
But why? Why would you do that? You, who are a being of such utter perfection. You who vibrate with such a speed that it creates a light so bright that I can hardly gaze upon you. What could cause you to want to slow down your vibration to such a speed that your bright light would become dark and dense? What could cause you, who are so light that you dance upon the stars and move through the kingdom with the speed of your thought, to come into my life and make yourself so heavy that you could do this bad thing?
Simple. I would do it because I love you.
The little soul seemed surprised at the answer.
Don't be so amazed. You have done the same thing for me. Don't you remember? Oh, we have danced together, you and I, many times. Through the eons, across the ages, have we danced, across all times. In many places have we played together. You just don't remember. We have been all of it. We have been the up and the down of it, the left and the right of it. We have been here, there, and all of it, now and the then of it. We have been the male and the female, the good and the bad. And we have been the victim and the villain of it. Thus we have come together, you and I, many times before, each bringing to the other the exact and perfect opportunity to express and to experience who we really are.
And so the friendly soul explained further.
I will come into your next lifetime, and I will be the bad one this time. I will do something really terrible, and after that you can experience for yourself the one who forgives.
But what will you do that will be so terrible?
The little soul asked, just a little nervously.
Oh,
Replied the friendly soul with a twinkle.
we will think of something.
Then the friendly soul seemed to turn serious and said in a quiet voice,
You are right about one thing, you know.
What is that?
the little soul wanted to know.
I will have to slow down my vibration and become very heavy to do the not-so-nice thing that I have to pretend to be something very unlike myself. And so I have just one favor to ask of you in return.
Oh, anything! Anything!
Cried the little soul.
I get to be forgiving!
And she began to dance and sing. Then the little soul saw that the friendly soul was remaining very quiet.
What is it?
The little soul asked.
What can I do for you? You are such an angel to be willing to do this for me.
Of course, this friendly soul is an angel. Everyone is. Always remember, I have sent you nothing but angels.
And so the little soul wanted more than ever to grant the friendly soul's request.
What can I do for you?
In the moment that I strike you, in the moment that I smite you, in the moment that I do the worst thing to you that you could possibly ever imagine, in that very moment,
Yes? Yes?
remember who I really am.
Oh, I will.
Cried the little soul.
I promise. I will always remember you as I see you, right here, right now.
Good, because you see, I will have been pretending so hard that I will have forgotten myself. And if you do not remember me as I really am, I may not be able to remember for a very long time. And if I forget who I am, you may even forget who you are, and then we will both be lost. And then we will need to meet another soul who will come along and remind us both of who we are.
No, we won't.
The little soul promised again.
I will remember you, and I will thank you for bringing me this gift, the chance to experience myself as who I am.
And so the agreement was made, and the little soul went forth into a new lifetime, excited to be the light, which was very special, and excited to be that part of special called forgiveness. And the little soul waited anxiously to be able to experience itself as forgiveness, and to thank whatever other soul made it possible. And at all the moments in that new lifetime, whenever a new soul appeared on the scene, whether that new soul brought joy or sadness, and especially if it brought sadness, the little soul thought of what God had said.
Always remember, I have sent you nothing but angels.
The end.
Hey, aren't they wonderful? So that's one perspective about how we move into the next year, the next sort of leaf in our own life story, from a perspective that's maybe a bit different, from a higher level of consciousness. So now that we've sort of identified that we're here as light, that we are all angels and only angels, the next story that we're bringing is called Birthday of the World, and it's sort of based on the same premise, that we are all light, but it talks a little bit more specifically about what we're here to do in this life experience. And so I'd like to invite forward Cheryl Judice, who's going to be playing, I can't remember, which part are you? The sparkly voice. So Cheryl is our sparkly voice today. Tom Richards is our grandfather, and Sammy Samantha Blick is going to be the granddaughter again.
Once upon a time, my grandfather was my favorite person. He called me Nasumle, and he knew many, many stories.
When you turned 4, I gave you a very old story called The Birthday of the World. In the beginning, there was only darkness. And then a great ray of light pierced the darkness, and the world was born.
In the world of 1,000 times, it was filled with light.
Then something unexpected happened, and the light of the world broke into millions and millions of sparks of light.
I fell into everything and everyone. Boys, girls, moms, dads, grandmas, and grandpas. I fell into all the animals, dogs, cats, guinea pigs, and rabbits. I fell into all the fish in the ocean and all the birds in the sky. I fell into all the plants and trees and into all the families.
And they are still there today, hidden in everyone and everything. This is why you were born, and I was born, and everyone was born. We were all born because we can each find the spark of light hidden in everyone and everything.
We can become its friend, feed it, help it grow bigger, and shine more brightly.
We can help it grow so bright that it becomes visible once again, one spark at a time.
But Grandpa, if the sparks are hidden, how can we find them?
We can't see them with our eyes. We can only see them with our hearts.
Only your heart can see the spark of light hidden in everyone and everything. When you are kind, listen, believe, love, and help others, their sparks grow bigger and brighter.
So the world isn't broken, Grandpa?
The light is still there. It will always be there. And that changes everything.
That is the story of the birthday of the world, as it was given to me, and now I give it to you. It is not just my story, it's your story too. One spark at a time, we can change the world back to the way it was at the beginning, whole and filled with light.
The end.
Such talented actors we have, don't we? So is Zoom up and running? Yes. Yay, welcome Zoom folks. I hope you're able to enjoy just the incredible Readers Theaters that we've had. So New Year's Eve doesn't often happen that it falls on a Sunday, so we get to do kind of two experiences today. But it's this normally in the evening service we would do a burning bowl experience, which is a lovely little ritual, and we would follow that with a kind of Letters for God thing. So we're doing that now in the Sunday morning experience, and then you'll hear more about what we're doing this evening. Hope you can join us then. But this ritual is one of my favorites, and I want to make sure we got kind of the logistical stuff happening before we actually get into the meditative part of it. So y'all should have received an envelope. You got, anybody need one? Good, we got that covered here. If you're online, I would invite you to grab maybe a couple of sheets of paper. We'll be doing a little bit of writing and journaling as we move through this. Just as I'll lead some meditative kind of reflective experiences and ask you to think about first for the burning bowl, stuff that you might like to release, and then for the letters to God, things that we might want to bring into our experience. So we got the logistics. Also here in the room, I think on this side, you'll find underneath the end chair there are hymnals. I'm thinking you might want a hard surface to write on. So if you want to pass those hymnals down the road, you'll be able to have something to write on without. Does that make sense? Okay. So that's moving. Everybody got pens too? Pens? Yep. Online, gathering your materials. Okay, that's the logistical piece. So the burning bowl ritual is one of my favorites, and I especially like the version we do here at Unity on the North Shore. We use flash paper to sort of write down that which we want to release, and then in an instant, whew, we light it in this burning bowl, and in an instant it has sort of dissipated, which is exactly what I believe happens in the realm of spirit. At the spiritual realm, the moment we set an intention, the possibility for that to be released, to be freed of that, happens in an instant. We also have to sort of bring the rest of our body and mind and emotional existence into alignment with that in order for it to manifest. But here is when we do that spiritual work. So that's kind of what we're about now. And the reason the burning part of it is important is because there is that in us which is sort of maybe clinging to behaviors or patterns or attitudes or feelings that aren't really serving us or allowing us to move forward, to bring into our experience what we would truly desire. So here's an experiment. I want you to take a deep breath with me right now. Deep inhale. Hold it at the top. Now inhale again. Inhale again. Yeah, you're all turning red. That's kind of what happens if we don't finally find that place to release. Right? There has to be a capacity for the inhale to happen again in order for us to feel that experience of flow, to be in the flow of the divine. So the whole intention around this first part of our two rituals, this first of our two rituals, is really to identify that which we're willing to let go of, that which we're willing to forgive, that which we just know isn't going to serve us as we move forward in sort of an open heart and receptive way so that we can add to. Before we can add to, we have to release, right? So you got that. Okay, so we've got all our supplies. What I'd like to do now is maybe invite Danny into some nice, very sort of sparse, reflective, just a period to kind of become more centered as we move into a time for meditation. And as we breathe in, just remembering the beautiful truths about who we truly are that have been expressed in these two Reader's Theater pieces. To know that we are light, that we are this incredible divine potential within, the Christ potential within us is our deepest, truest nature. And as we rest in that awareness, as we come really more present to maybe a state of relaxation in our physical bodies, releasing any tension, and creating a state of receptivity that we might trust whatever guidance we receive in these quiet moments to be exactly what's needed in this moment. To let go of any sense of perfectionist that as we move through this ritual, we have to get the exact perfect answer or somehow we have failed. That's just ridiculous. We're in a space where we know that we are being divinely guided. We've gathered here with an intention to be with others who share this consciousness of our own potential and the deepest reality of being, that we are light and goodness. So whatever arises, whatever thoughts arise in terms of identifying patterns we might want to let go of, situations or people where we get to be forgiveness in this moment, whatever arises is absolutely perfect for our purposes this morning. So I invite you to breathe in and just as you allow Spirit to guide your thoughts, just notice if anything arises, anything occurs that you realize really doesn't benefit you. Maybe there's a belief in lack or inadequacy that you're just kind of beginning to get in touch with. Maybe there is a situation where you're holding blame or where you're feeling victimized. See if Spirit doesn't have a suggestion for how you might release that. Whether it be forgiveness or blaming or just the story you may have made up around the situation. So we'll spend just about a minute with Danny continuing to play in the background as you just allow Spirit to reveal that for you which would be most powerful for you to let go of, for you to release as we bring this 2023 to a close. And so now at this time I invite you to become present to the room. Gently open your eyes if they're not already opened. And on the back of the envelope you'll find a small strip of paper if you're here in the sanctuary. That paper is flash paper. It's specially treated so that we can dissipate it. And capture in just a brief couple of words or statements. Spirit knows what's in your heart to release. We don't have to transcribe the whole story, so this small slip of paper is perfectly adequate to move into an experience of that release. Just jot down whatever it is that's come to mind. And then I'd invite you to set aside everything except that piece of paper. Set down anything that's in your laps. And in a moment, I'm going to invite us here in the room to come forward. And just a little bit more logistical instruction. I'd love it if we could come forward on this side of the room, on the Danny side of the room. And you'll cross in front of the burning bowl here. And I'm going to ask that throughout this experience, this ritual, that we continue to stay kind of present in the sacred moment, to not get lost in the drama of the flash, but to stay in that space. And as you release your paper, as you allow that to be burned, just see if you can't emotionally move into it. We've done some intellectualizing about it, we've been thinking, we've been writing. So to some extent, we've had both physical body working at that. We have had our mind working at it. This is our opportunity to really align our emotional piece with it. So as you come forward, just be present to the experience of having released whatever it is that you've recorded on this thing. And when that paper dissolves, see if you can't get in touch with a sense of freedom, a sense of being truly available, of a burden being lifted. And then when we get done with all that, Danny will lead us in a song. But for the moment, what I'd love for us to do is sort of just align our emotional being now with what we've already intellectualized, and to some degree what we're doing with our physical bodies, just in moving around the space. Is that clear? And for those of you at home, I know you probably don't have flash paper, but this is a nice time to really very mindfully and deliberately maybe shred that paper. And later on you can burn it in your fireplace at home. You can flush it down the toilet. There are lots of ways in which you can move into that sort of emotional experience of having that sense of freedom, right? All right, so girls, if in the front row here, would you mind starting us out? Have you done this before? So you know what to expect? Yep, just hold the... You can do it again with Mom if you like. So if we would kind of make our way to the aisle on this side and just come forward and really mindfully move yourself into a space of receptivity to really feel a sense of release.
I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release, I
breathe in. This time we'll breathe in and breathe out, right? So breathe in and out. Yeah. All right, so now we move into the space of we've created space and consciousness. We've created space in our hearts and minds, so we can now begin to set intentions for what we're going to bring forward. So I would invite you to go ahead and pick up your hymnals, the little letter. We have some instructions or some prompts for those of you who are online on the Zoom feed, on the PowerPoint. They'll be there for you. And what we're really looking for is just now a really time to recognize that there are places to really set intention so that we can live into the full expression and joyfulness of the life that we would like to most experience. And so on the letter that we have here in the sanctuary, there are 5 areas that I'm asking you to kind of just contemplate. And again, this isn't, we don't really have time to do like a detail down in the strategy. This is really just a time to recognize that here we are in the space of really positive vibes and energy. We're allowing Spirit to kind of move through us freely. And as you look over these 5 areas, the first of the areas that is listed on the paper is of time and money freedom. So this is kind of financial abundance. If there's anything that arises in this time of reflection that you would like to see demonstrated in your life around finances and the availability that you have to do, to go, and sort of the freedom to do and spend as you would, then that's a good space to, you know, you might fill out all 5 lines, or you might just have a couple of things. Just know that that's perfectly perfect for this particular ritual. Also on that list, you'll see if there's anything you want to do around physical health and well-being. So this is where if you're wanting to get back into a really regular gym practice, or maybe it's a yoga practice, something physical body, maybe diet this is where we'd start to articulate those. Anything around relationships, some that you would like to maybe bring new relationships into your experience. Maybe there are some that you would like to see develop in a healthier way, some qualities that you would like to see shifting around. Those would be the instances where you'd record those under relationships. Let's see, what else is there? There is avocation and vocation. So for those of you who are still working, that's vocation. That's the work that we do to make sure that it's meaningful and purposeful. And for those of you who are maybe retired and it's more about avocations and pursuing hobbies and passions, and you have some goals you would like to begin or express, that's a good place for those. And then I'm missing one of the other areas. Is it spiritual mastery. So this is where, I don't know, maybe you want to join, you want to maybe deepen your spiritual journey, your spiritual walk, feel more connected and present. Maybe there's an app you can sign up for. Maybe there's a regular routine of meditation that you would like to adopt, or maybe a prayer that you'd like to make sure that you're bringing more fully into your experience. So I'm gonna be quiet now, and I'm gonna let Danny spend some time just inspiring us, and just know that there's that same beautiful energy of inspiration and guidance moving through us here and now, and allow whatever occurs to you over the course of these next few moments, just allow yourself to record those. Just write those down. Could be full sentences, could be bullet points, could be a little narrative, whatever it is. Just let Spirit direct how you complete this list of intentions that you hold moving into 2024. In the quiet Spirit, we trust that we are being divinely guided, that which will bring us the greatest sense of joy and purpose is being revealed, and we can trust that whatever occurs is exactly what we're to write down on this list of intentions. We know it, we trust it, and we allow it. In the name and through the power of the divine, as we rest and reflect now in the quiet. So I invite you to breathe in deeply. See if there's one more item that might occur that you wanted to record. And breathe out. And if you have a sense that you're complete with the process, I invite you to go ahead and you can fold up the list and place it in the envelope. And then this is entirely optional, but if you would like for us to hold these intentions in prayer, we'll have our prayer team sort of working on that throughout the year. You can put your name on the front with your mailing address, and we'll be blessing those envelopes throughout the year, or throughout, I'll say, maybe July, we'll return them to you. So you can have a sense of sort of a checklist and see how it is that these intentions have been coming to manifest. On the other hand, if you want to keep it with you, you want this to be sort of a personal list that you're using, you're perfectly free to do that as well. And then, much as we did for releasing the flash paper, if you would like if you'd like to receive that back in July, probably July or August, invite you to come up this side aisle here and deposit it in our lovely, it's not a crystal bowl, it's a silver bowl. And we'll make sure that we're blessing this process as well. We'll just hold in mind that the power of God is moving through each and every one of us, and that these intentions that we have been guided to record, to write down, are being divinely supported into demonstration and manifestation. So whenever you're ready, if you like, come forward and place them in our sacred silver bowl. So I invite you to speak together this affirmation and direct all that beautiful energy. We'll read together the statement on the bottom of the screens right now. Together, with gratitude and joyful expectancy, I do what's mine to do and trust Spirit to do the rest. Gracious and loving Spirit, we're so thankful for the many ways in which your power and presence move through our lives. We know and trust that as we have been guided and directed to set intentions here today, as we have been guided and directed to release that which no longer serves, that we can anticipate a beautiful 2024, that we might live lives that are filled with abundance at every level of being. So thank you, God, for our awareness of your presence and your power active in our desires, bringing forth that which will bring us a sense of fulfillment and peace and love and joy throughout the year to come. So it is, and so we let it be. Amen.
I am free, I am unlimited, there are no chains that bind me. I am free, I am unlimited right now. I am free, I am unlimited. that bind me. I am free, I am unlimited right now, right now. Well, it says repeat, we'll do it again. 2, 3. I am free, I am unlimited, there are no chains that bind me. I am free, I am unlimited right now, right now. I am free, I am unlimited, there are no chains that bind me. I am free, I am unlimited right now, right now.
So now is a time in the service where we share our love offerings. We offer 3 simple ways to give. They're up on the screen. You can text, you can use the donate button on our website, or you can send checks through the mail. For those of you who are in the room, please leave your cash or checks in the bowl near the door as you leave. So now let's bless our giving and receiving. And if you're not actually giving in this exact moment, I invite you to set your intention to give as we speak aloud our offertory blessing. With joy and gratitude, we affirm, divine love as me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And so it is. Amen. Now please stand as we embrace our prosperity and sing our offertory song.
Use me, oh God, stand for you, and here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do. We'll do that one more time. Use me, oh God, stand for you, and here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do.
Thank you, Danny. Thank you, live stream team, for the wonderful work you do every week. I want to thank our readers today for the wonderful job they did. Thank you. And everyone here, your presence has truly blessed us. Thank you all. New Year's Eve party. Tonight is our big New Year's Eve party. It'll be an incredible evening of intention setting, late night snacks, mocktails, dancing with yoga, treasure mapping, drum circle and massage stations, and it's also a fundraiser for a local organization called the Moran Center, whose mission is to dismantle the school-to-prison pipeline for at-risk youth. You can buy tickets from Jasmine after the service. And next weekend, we have Mapping a New Reality. To further get you off to a right start in this new year, next weekend we welcome Dr. Therese Rowley. Therese is an intuitive coach, and in an afternoon of tea and wine, she will guide us through setting our intentions for the new year and mapping out a new reality for our future selves. It will be a powerful experience for everyone. There are in-person as well as online options. You can get more details on our website, and registration and details for all of our events are available at our website, www.unityns.org. That's it. Please stand now to join us in our closing peace song and then our prayer for protection.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
And please join me with prayer of protection. The light of God surrounds us. I am light. The love of God enfolds us. I am love. The power of God protects us. I am power. The presence of God watches over us. I am presence. Wherever we are, God is. I am divine. Thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful new year. And join us this evening. It's going to be fantastic.